What's up, everybody? It's Dono. In this video, I'm going to be talking about starting a verse. So a lot of people, when they're first starting out, they have a lot of writer's block. And I've got the question, kind of like, why can't I seem to write anything? So let's talk about why it's so hard to start writing a verse. The first thing that comes to mind, and the problem for most of you, is going to be this sense of perfectionism where you feel like you have to get exactly the right idea, exactly the right concept, and then execute on that, and everything's going to be perfect. The reality of it is that's just kind of an excuse to not do anything. So the longer you wait, the longer you haven't created. It's really easy to be nervous about how people are going to take what you create and the kind of criticisms you're going to get, but if you stay stuck in this zone of perfectionism, you never actually advance or grow with your skills. So if you find yourself at a roadblock where you can't really write a verse, I want to recommend an exercise to you. And what you should do is just set a timer for 10 minutes and hit start. And as soon as you hit start, just start writing whatever comes to mind, no matter what it is. Even if you just write, I don't know what to write, like 50 times, that's fine. That's a starting point. Most of the time, though, once you get started, you're going to be able to write more and more ideas. Now, when you're free writing like this, there's a good chance you're going to run into some, content you create that you don't really like, which is totally fine. You just edit that out and start crafting your verse around it. But by starting your process and just getting something out, you can start making a verse. And one caveat to go along with that is whatever you write, you have to build your verse around. That way you can't, write some stuff and I hate it and throw it away. You have to build your verse around that after that 10 minutes of writing. And within 10 minutes, if you're just writing the whole time, you should have something to work with. Another common roadblock that I see people run into is they say like, oh, I don't have time to write a verse. I don't have time to sit down and write for an hour or 2 hours or however long. I just don't have time. Well, the reality of it is you can write for however short or long as you'd like. I mean, I've definitely had sessions where I sat down and, wrote out an entire song. But a lot of the time, probably most of the time, I write in bits and pieces as I have time or as inspiration hits me. So don't use time as an excuse saying like, I have to have this certain amount of time to be able to write anything. Just when you get a minute, write those pieces out, and before long, you'll have a verse put together. The last thing that you should do if you're having trouble kind of starting to write a verse is just take a minute to relax. A lot of times when you're trying to write, you build this block up more and more for yourself. Take a few minutes, do something else, maybe do some breathing exercises, close your eyes, visualize yourself writing. I mean, like, whatever really works for you, but sometimes you get so focused and worked up that you're too tense to really even create anything. So take a few minutes off, do something else, get your mind right, come back and get ready to write a verse. Now, here's the thing. If you want to write something but you can't come up with anything, just get something out on paper, because even if it's not good, at least you accomplish something. And more often than not, you're going to see that once you get started and kind of edit around with it, you're a lot happier with your product than you thought you would have been. But that very first piece is you got to get rid of the perfectionism. You got to realize that to really get good at the skill, you just have to practice all the time and not try to create a masterpiece all the time. That's all I've got for this video. If you have any questions or comments, throw them down in the box below. Beyond that, I've got a website for you to check out, rapbetter.com, as well as a full course on how to rap that I will put down in the description box. That's all I've got. Deuces. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the videos. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comment box and I'll get to them as quick as possible. See you guys.